children, in this video we are going to discuss about frog circulatory system. Frog circulatory system. Actually, it is closed type. Blood consists of fluid plasma and blood cells. Blood cells are red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and platelets. Red blood corpuscles loaded with red pigment called hemoglobin. RBC is actually a nucleated. What about human and mammalian? We don't have nucleated RBC. Our mature RBC don't have nucleus at all. But in frog, RBC is nucleated type. That means it has nucleus. It is oval in shape. WBC, amoeboid or circular in shape, whitish in color. It is also a nucleated. There are 5 types of WBC. They are neutrophil, basophil, eosinophil, lymphocytes and monocytes. Platelets, otherwise named as thrombocytes, spindle shaped. They also nucleated. What is the use of platelets? It plays a vital role in blood clotting. Heart is actually 3-chambered. 2 atrium, which is upper chamber, and 1 ventricle, which is lower chamber. So, totally heart has 3-chambered. Beside this, heart has accessory chamber 2. That is 2 accessory chambers. Sinus venosus and truncus arteriosus. Sinus venosus, large, thin-walled, triangular chamber. Location, dorsal wall of frog's heart. Actually, sinus venosus receives deoxygenated blood from the various part of the region through 2 upper precaval vein and 1 postcaval vein. Thus, 2 precaval vein and 1 postcaval vein receives deoxygenated blood from various region of the body. Then it pours inside the sinus venosus, which is placed on the dorsal side of the frog's heart. After that, sinus venosus pours the deoxygenated blood into right atrium. Simultaneously, left atrium receives oxygenated blood from pulmonary vein. Right? Now we'll see truncus arteriosus. Truncus arteriosus is a thick-walled, cylindrical, structured chamber. Location, ventral side of frog's heart. It rises from ventricle. Where it rises from? Ventricle. It is divided into right and left. When we observe it, it is divided into right and left arcs. Right and left arcs respectively divided into 3 aortic arcs. Right and left truncus arteriosus again divided into 3 arcs. They are carotid arc, which supplies the blood into anterior region of the body. Then systemic arc, which supplies the blood into posterior region of the body. Then pulmocutaneous arc, which supplies the blood into lungs and skin. Truncus arteriosus has 2 surfaces, upper and lower. The lower part of truncus arteriosus is called as phalangium. This area is called it as phalangium. Lower part of truncus arteriosus is named as phalangium. Upper part of truncus arteriosus named as synangium. Lower part of truncus arteriosus is named as phalangium, right? Internally, it has spiral wall. Based on the presence of spiral wall, that area of the truncus arteriosus divided into two parts. That is cavum aorticum, cavum pulmocutaneum. Once again I repeat, truncus arteriosus, upper part is named as synangium, lower part is named as phalangium. Phalangium consists of spiral wall. Due to the presence of spiral wall, that phalangium, lower part of the truncus arteriosus, has two division. Division number 1, that is chamber, which is located in the right atrium. That phalangium has two division due to presence of spiral wall. That division which is located near the right atrium is named as cavum aorticum. The division which is located to the left atrium is named as cavum pulmocutaneum. Got it? Then that truncus arteriosus base as semilunar wall. Got it? See the picture. This is right atrium. This is left atrium. Then this is ventricle. Circulation. It is actually a incomplete double circulation. Heart receives blood two sources. One is body region, another one is a lung. Hence, it is called it as double circulation. Heart receives blood through two sources. One is body region, another one is lungs. So, it is considered to be a double circulation. Though it is a double circulation, but ventricle is not divided. It is an incomplete, right? That's what it is, incomplete double circulation. Deoxygenated blood various parts of the body received by precaval vein and postcaval vein. Now only we completed. Dorsal surface of the heart as triangular chambered part, that is sinus venosus. Sinus venosus, upper two precaval vein and lower one postcaval vein, which receives the deoxygenated blood from various part of the body. Then it was inside the right atrium. Got it? Then the precaval postcaval vein opens into sinus venosus. Sinus venosus open into right atrium. Right atrium opens into ventricle. As well as oxygenated blood from lungs pours its oxygenated blood through the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein open inside the left atrium. Left atrium open inside the ventricle. So, ventricle receives the mixed blood. Ventricle opens inside the truncus arteriosus. Thus, truncus arteriosus divided into right truncus arteriosus, left truncus arteriosus respectively. Each branches branched into three, right? Carotid, systemic, pulmocutaneous. Carotid trunk supplies blood to anterior region of the body. Systemic trunk supplies the blood to posterior region of the body. Pulmocutaneous trunk supplies the blood into lung and skin. Beside this, circulatory system of frog as renal portal and hepatic portal system also. I hope you can understand the concept very well. If you want the whole content as a short note, kindly take this one as a screenshot, which will be helpful to recall all the points together. Thank you, children.